Welcome back to the Stoop, football fans. It's your boy Lolo. We're back with another late night on the Stoop. It is Monday, and we're finally getting to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while. But, when we were only doing a few shows every week, we had to really cover everything. But now that we've got everything covered, we had our hour-long show earlier today out on the Stoop. In case you missed it, me, Mark, Najee, we went through every single match that happened this past weekend. That being said, we're done with that. Now we can get on to some fun stuff. So there's something fun that I wanted to talk about tonight, for example, is the first in what I hope to continue to do for a while, which is the On the Stoop Fight Club. All these Premier League players, they like to get in these big tussles with each other, and they like to act real tough, or they like to look like they're super injured and look for the card, and then once the card's pulled out, they pop up and they're fine. So I'm like, you know what? These guys are all acting tough. And the latest example was Oriol Romeu and Jack Grealish. I'm going to put it more on Jack Grealish getting very angry at Oriol Romeu and posting up like he wants to fight. And then all the headlines are Jack Grealish waited in the tunnel for Oriol Romeu. Jack Grealish was waiting in the tunnel. What did he say? What did he say? What was happening? Whatever. My big question is, if we put these two guys in a ring together, fist fight, MMA, we'll get into that, which one we want to end up with them having. So, and everybody in the comment section already saying that I've already broke the first rule of Fight Club. Well, this is on the Stoop Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club unless you're on the show. And then we can talk about it. But I wanted to see what would happen if we actually pitted Jack Grealish and Oriol Romeu together. We're going to do pros and cons and advantages and disadvantages and lots of other nonsense. So I can't wait to get you guys into the comments section telling us your thoughts on all of this. But I can't do this by myself, and nor would I want to. So let me bring in my lovely co-host. You know him, you love him, Mr. Mark. Get in here, brother.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
How are you, man?
What is the haps with Jack Grealish waiting in the tunnel like he's some steroided out defensive lineman who wants to fight another guy that's just his same size and he's all I don't get it, man.
There's reports that it was Jack just kind of clearing the air. It was Jack being like, no hard feelings, or like, let's work it out. Whatever. Because if he would have said...
That doesn't make for a good show.
That doesn't make for a good show at all. So what I'm thinking is he waited, and then Oriol saw him, and they started yelling at each other. And, Oriol speaks Spanish, so... maybe he doesn't understand him, and Jack's from freaking Birmingham, so maybe he doesn't.
No one understands him.
Yeah, nobody understands him. So I'm just thinking, like, come on, dude, are you serious? But Mark, did you hear about the whole thing about it? Like, why Jack Grealish was so mad?
Well, I gotta tell you, I've seen.
I love it. I love it.
I've seen footage where in the olden days, before I even knew about football, that there were you'd get your career ended doing what Romeu did.
Why? Why?
I wasn't there a case with Roy Keane?
Yep.
And he's whose dad stood over him? It was some player's dad.
No, we talked about this a while ago.
Stood over him, and then like a few years later they met, and the guy
player, wasn't it?
I'm not exactly sure.
Fuck, I'm
not exactly sure.
Yeah. Ended his career or something like that.
Yeah, and then he Keane threw his hands in the air and said, "Oh man, it was a total mistake. I didn't mean it."
Holland.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Tom.
Aaron's Holland kid, their son, father. But then later on in his autobiography, he's like, "You damn right, I meant that."
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but
Absolutely.
yeah, Roma was basically had Jack did his thing. We watched the mascot, kind of emulate what Jack likes to do on the pitch, and Roma wasn't going to have anything. And he stood over and said, "Get your fucking Birmingham ass off the fucking pitch and let's roll. Let's play this game."
So, Mark, it sounds like you saw the match and you saw the events that happened, but maybe you didn't read about the specifics of what happened. And these are the parts that I love. So, Ralph Hasenhudel, as we love to say, Ralph Hasenhudel just told Romeu, don't let Jack Grealish do anything. All day, don't let him do anything.
That's
And
weird
so
because Jack Grealish hasn't done anything all season. What would make this any different?
So Romeu went out for a Coke and a pack of smokes. Oh, yeah, there's Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so Oriol Romeu, cheeky Spanish bastard there. He was pinching Jack Grealish every chance he got. So every time they came together, if you see him like, oh, he's tugging his shirt. No, he's grabbing the little, whatever tiny bit of
What
fat he
little
can get off of
fat
Jack Grealish.
Grealish has,
Nonstop.
because
So
he's got that bikini body.
every time they were anywhere close together, he put a hit on him and he pinched him. And he was just pinching him, just like this little annoying think, think, think. Or if he's making a run, he would just pull him just enough, not enough to be a foul, but just enough to turn him a little bit.
Just enough to let him know, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, so by the end, Jack Grealish was furious, and then he runs like face first into Bednarek, who flattens him, and Romeu goes down. I don't know what Romeu said to him, but he was like, "Get up, bitch." That's what he had to be saying, something like
Had
that.
to. I would say the same thing. I would say the exact same thing. Get up, you girly bitch.
And actually, I think we have the photos of it. So, where's the first one? No, this one. This is what he says.
Yeah.
Get up, you girlish bitch. And then he's like, "What'd you say to me? What'd you say? What'd you say?
I like
I'm gonna
the
get
last.
you."
I like the first picture that you showed, where he's standing over him, because it almost looks like it's gonna be that junior high or grade school prank where you would have the big kid that would like sit on top of the little kid and then spit, but then they'd suck the spit back up.
Exactly.
You're like, I'm gonna spit on you. No, I didn't spit. I'm gonna get you.
That's awesome. So before we get way into everything, I just want to make sure we say what's up to the Stoop crew. Yo, Ava, as we're now saying, Ava, all vampires are we, to the Stoop vampire crew over in the UK who is watching us right now, and are probably 100% of our viewership right now. There must be something interesting going on over here that people are watching and not watching us. But we got Jimmy, we got Mr. Tom, we got Bandy, we got who else did I see? Maybe that's it. Ben Ireland. There you go, Jimmy. Of all vampires are we. There you go. So I just wanted to, before we get started, I know I keep saying before we get started, we're already a third of the way into the show, but let's quickly, let's get to our mystery sponsor of the day. We already had one earlier today, but let's get to the mystery sponsor of the late night show. John, who do we have? Our On the Stoop mystery sponsor. Hold on, Lolo, it gets weird from here. What the hell? Chernobyl Inc. presents a breakthrough in water technology. Astro Sludge. Half the calories of regular water. What the hell? It's diet water. Try our new freeze-dried version. Just add water. It's Greta approved. Astro Sludge by Chernobyl.
Okay.
I'm gonna recommend not buying that water.
I think we need to be careful about the quality of sponsors that we get.
They pay
This
more to be
diet
mystery sponsors.
water. It's been a long time since my chemistry class, but I think water has 0 calories. So
They pay
you would just
more to
get
be...
thin by just drinking this.
Nope,
You
not
would
anymore.
have
There's
one
corn
glass,
syrup.
and all of a sudden you.
We have corn syrup in our water now over here. In all the
That's
bottled
not
water.
good.
It tastes delicious.
maybe in Gatorade or something. Huh?
So, Mark, let's get to it. Let's get to the tail of the tape. Here we are. We have Oriol Romeu versus Jack Grealish. Let's pop up our tail of the tape. So we're asking the question, who would win in a fight? So first and foremost, Oriol Romeu is coming in at 6 foot even, 174 pounds. Jackie Boy is 5'9", 150 pounds. So, not too much shorter, but definitely shorter, and 24 pounds lighter. That's a big difference. Right
That's
there,
that's an entire weight class.
especially because Jack
I'm
has
talking
like a third of it in his legs, right?
right. Jack would be like welterweight, and Roma would be like middleweight. Middleweight, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know. Back in the day when I used to follow boxing, yeah.
Romeu comes in from Catalonia, Spain, from the south of Catalonia, and Jackie Boy's from Birmingham, also the south of Birmingham, from a small place, something Ollis Hall or something like that.
Where they all have just massive calves. The entire population.
They run numbers, I suppose. So the strengths
some
of Oriol
big
Romeu,
numbers.
Strengths of Oriol Romeu, I'm going to put there pinching. Pinching would be a definite strength, and annoying, maybe. And Jackie Boy, clearly, I think it would be the headband and the calves. His headband and his calves.
Now, maybe it would be like a superpower, like kind of like yeah. What was the movie? Zoolander, where his he had like the blue steel. And he'd whip that out and just kill everybody.
And Jack turns around and whips his calves out.
Just like flop to the ground. And you're like, what is he doing? And he's like, surprise, fucker.
So that begs the question, Mark. So what are we considering here? Are we considering this a fist fight? Or
would we consider fighting styles?
Yeah, because I think Jack Grealish would have to use his legs.
I would
say
has
the reach.
Right. So, Romeu would be like jiu-jitsu or, grappling. And like Jack Grealish would be more like leg kicks and karate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like get you in some leg locks. I'm thinking more MMA style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I don't know if you watched Peaky Blinders. You're clearly wearing your Peaky Blinder.
I have watched more than my share of episodes. I never finished it.
But I'm Jack Grealish is from like just south of Small Heath, which is I believe that's where
the show
takes place.
It takes place.
But it's in Birmingham, and he's in the south of Birmingham, and he's also part Irish. Like Jack Grealish could have declared for Ireland and been an Ireland international. So he's got this Irish blood, deep Birmingham blood there. I don't know, man. I'm just wondering. Maybe Jack has some. We kind of feel like he's a bit of a priss because he wears the headband. He's got the floppy hair. He's flopping on the ground all the time.
So good looking.
So good looking. You just want to smack him one.
Yeah.
And, you don't get calves like that from standing and fighting. You get calves like that from running the fuck away from a fight.
He's 5'9". Maybe he has the calves, so he's kind of like peeking over down his tippy toes, looking over the fence.
Maybe
he's doing the calf crunches.
Yeah,
when he was a kid.
So then we look at Oriol Romeu. Oriol Romeu is from a small town in Catalonia, where he's been playing football on the streets his whole life. Um, I don't know. I feel like he's a bit more. I don't know. I feel like he's a bit scrappy as well. But
Yeah,
the big thing here is going to be the height advantage, the arms advantage, and then
yeah, the reach.
I think Grealish's legs. So so what do you guys think in the audience right now? What should we declare this fight? Should this just be an open street brawl where anything goes? Should we put them in a boxing ring, only fists, or should we go like MMA, 3 rounds, 5 rounds, however many it goes, and we give them basically open whatever you can use, your jujitsu, your leg locks, all those. So I think to make it fair, Mark, I would like to see these two guys behind a bar, put it in France or somewhere neutral ground, um, and I think there you go. Jimmy's got it. Anything goes on the cobbles. Yep, exactly. Put these two behind a bar, and put a beer in each of them. I know Jack probably drinks like vodka crans, but I don't know. I don't know why, but that's just what I feel like. I feel like he drinks. He's $100 million man now, so he drinks vodka cranberry.
Right, right, right. But
So,
but like
Mark,
Ciroc.
yeah, some name, like
Ciroc.
so. Mark, these
You
two.
ain't drinking Ciroc, you drinking the wrong drink.
So Jack Grealish is at a bar, right? And it's towards the end of the night. Oriol Romeu walks up and pinches Jack on the butt as a laugh. And he turns around. What? And he goes, "Got you again, motherfucker." That's it. We're going down. He throws him outside. Go from there, Mark. What's happening? Who's throwing the first punch? Um, how do you think this fight starts?
honestly, if Grealish grabs him in the bar, it's over. You done put hands on Romeo, and he's just gonna clap his ears, and then Grealish is gonna fall on the floor and then roll around for about, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 seconds.
Keep looking
And
up for a
then
card from the bartender.
and Romeo's gonna look down at him and just go, "Get the fuck up! Get the fuck up, you $100 million man." That's it.
Just like that.
You
Just like
know.
that.
And at a certain point, Grealish is gonna get up because he's gonna get pissed,
Yeah.
and Romeo's just gonna laugh. And he's gonna look down at him and he's just gonna laugh, and he's like, "Puny human, I'm gonna eat you."
Now he's not like Melier tall or anything.
Seriously,
He's only 6 foot though.
Look, but when you're 5'9", that's 3 inches. That's that's some height. It's also, I'm getting all excited here. Also 25 pounds difference. I like
that. I like that you said. I like that you said that Jack Grealish puts hands on him, so he claps him in the ears, and he's like, "What? What? He hit me." When really it was Romeo who went up and pinched him one, but nobody saw it. Like in the match, nobody saw the pinching the entire.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. I was like, wow, man, Romeo's just like bossing this guy around.
Yeah, Bandy's got it right. Peaky Blinders versus Basque separatists. He's not Basque, he's Catalonian, but they want to be separate as well. So you can just put Catalonian separatists.
They want to be separate from the Basques,
from Spain,
and the Catalonians. They're just like, leave us alone.
Romeu's actually he's played for Spain under 21, and he's played for the over 21s for Catalonia, which is like, wait, I didn't realize they had their own team, but they want to be their own country. Jimmy says, Grealish would cry if his hair got messed up. So that's all he would have to do is walk up behind Grealish and tussle his hair, and he would flip out. He would kick him. He would do something, and
Oh
then
my
you're saying
goodness!
Romeu.
If Romeo snuck up behind Grealish and tussled his hair, he would be like, "Phil, is that you?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. What's up, Phil?
Phil, is that you, man? Let me buy you a drink. We're going on a session today. Pep won't even know."
That's awesome. Okay, so say they do make it out into the street. Their buddies are around. Phil Foden's there filming it. James Ward-Prowse is over there giving people shots from like 30 yards out, just tossing them right into their hand. They're all out there. Bednarik is out there. He's standing above with like a spotlight. He's a human C-stand. What happens when they get out there? So imagine they're like that. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Who throws the first punch? Is it Jackie Boy? I feel like he would be the hothead in the situation.
I think he would try, but then Romeo would just give him like the older, bigger brother move, where he just kind of puts his hand out and holds him at a distance, and Grealish is like swinging, trying to get that punch in, and then finally Romeo just be like, "Fuck, my beer's getting warm in there." And he will just give him like a fucking gorilla smash on top of the head, and Grealish just kind of be like kind of hammered into the ground, very Wile E. Coyote like, maybe walk back into the bar like an accordion.
All right, now, but see, this is where it gets tricky for me, because I agree that I think Grealish would come out a little bit hot. He would feel, I'm offended that you would do that. I'm offended. And he would go at him, and Romeu would put him down right away. But then Romeu would walk away, and Jack Grealish would like leg sweep him with his massive calves. It's basically like having a sledgehammer on his leg. He would leg sweep him and like crack Romeu's shin. So, boom, falls to the floor. Now Romeu's fighting with one leg. But now he's mad. There you go. Jackie Boy. Get him, Jack. Get him. Get him.
I like that.
Bark him on the head.
There's like a crotch shot. Like, right there. And maybe that's the way Grealish does it. He gets bonked on the head and gets knocked a little low and just kind of gives him the uppercut right in the minerals.
Boom. Yeah. But see, I think Grealish would then like sweep him down and then jump on top of him to take the height advantage, take the weight advantage away. And, knees to the stomach, knees to the ribs, hitting like that. And Romeu's like, look, I was done with you. I was walking away. And so
that's too funny.
Yeah. So I think if it's a lot like Conor McGregor. Like if Conor McGregor could get some of these guys who are better boxers, if he can get them on the floor, he's got a much better chance. And I think that's what Jack would have to do. He would have to get him on the floor.
So oh man, so in the style of the guy, he was like the forefather of MMA and UFC or whatever it was, way back like when, Kurt 15, Angle? 20 years. No, Angle? Before then.
The jiu-jitsu guy? The guy
I'm not really
like the gi?
His thing was like he would like get you in a grapple submission. Grayson?
Yes, Gray.
Anyone? Royce Gracie. Thank you,
Royce Gracie.
Bremner's Gross, man. Yeah, so that's what you're thinking, because I don't think Grealish has the length. He's not like kind of freaky,
no, it's about
compact. Like that.
It's about being compact. Jump on top of him and use those legs to lock his hips so he can't turn you, and then flip your feet under him and lock your legs there. Now you're on him.
Mm.
Now you're on him and like
Okay.
do
Because
whatever
you
you
are
can.
talking to someone who has never watched MMA or any of that stuff.
Oh no, I get all my fighting experience from what was that Clay show where the celebrity death match? That's where I
Celebrity
get all
death
of
match.
my fighting stuff from. You brought up Royce Gracie, all right? I brought up Conor McGregor
I
only
only
because I
know I
usually
only
call
know
Conor
Royce Gracie
Gallagher.
because I had friends that were really into it, and a buddy of mine who was ex-military like had a lot of aggression, and he had to like get it out. So he would go to like the local. He'd hit up the suburbs and just kind of flail on people and get it out of his system, and he'd be cool for like a month.
Jesus, I smoke weed, man. Like,
Peace,
oof.
man.
Yeah,
That's
peace,
what I'm
man.
all about. I'm just all about the
No, I'm
peace and
like,
love.
I punch a wall and it really hurts myself, and then I go, ah, I need to smoke some weed and calm down.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Exactly.
it's gone, and then it's gone. And then I do a show about football or not football. So guys, in the comment section, let us know right now, who do you think would win? Do you think we're onto something here? So what we've said is a cheeky pinch at the bar, on the butt, on the back, on the neck, on the hair tussle, something like that from Romeu. Sparks off Jackie Boy. Jackie Boy puts hands on him. Romeu cracks him down, walks out of the bar. He's followed. They go up. Jackie Boy comes at him. He's put down again. Romeu says, one and done, and he's walking away. He gets kicked low, hurts himself really bad. Jack pounces on him, locks him up there. Are we in the right area here? That's just how I kind of feel this is going to go.
Why not? Why not? I like it. Now, are we talking winning on points, or we talking winning on a knockout?
This has to be a knockout, man. It's a bar fight, like unless the guys are going to pull them off. But we've seen Southampton lose 9-0, and we've seen Manchester City put up 7 or 8 on other teams. So clearly, Southampton's never going to give up, and Man City is never going to stop. So I think, like Jimmy says, Grealish's only chance is if he glasses Romeu. Knocks him out.
Yeah. I know.
I think what happens here is boom, boom, boom. Jackie Boy's on top, locked him up, but now he's using his weakest attributes, his upper body. The hair is going, his hairband pops, his hair's in his eyes, and Romeu's just taking it, and he sees an opportunity and glass jaws him. The glass
kind
jaw.
of like a rock'em sock'em robot.
Like he's just taking these little bitch shots and just waiting. Oh, the hair gel has dripped down into his eyes, and he just from the ground, but with the extra little bit of length and the extra weight, boom, and Jack is knocked out. Is that Jack Grealish? Yeah, that.
Okay.
I think that's it. I think that's the way it goes, and I'm going to give the match to Oriol Romeu. What about you?
That's where I would go from the very beginning. I just when I had seen the taunting by Romeu and reading about Grealish being in the tunnel, waiting for him and hoping to confront him, I was just like, dude, this is way out of your weight class, son.
Yeah,
You need to beef up. You would need to eat like a shit ton of like Slim Jims and bunch of Ensure shakes.
He's on like kale smoothies.
You
man.
know, like he's gonna have to go on the cheesy poof diet, like Cartman beefcake.
Beefcake. But well, you know, I actually don't think he was waiting to say anything. Really, I think he was trying to clear the air because it was more like, "Hey, man, I really like to get on your Instagram account. Like we could be friends." Like it's more of that shit. And I think Romeu was like, "What's that, pal?" And he pinched him on the cheek.
Someone in the stands threw a full beer at me. You want to share it?
Yeah. Absolutely. Declan Rice style. Wasn't it Declan Rice that caught the beer and drank it in the Euros? You remember that?
That's fucking legendary, man. I didn't
Yeah, he
see
scored
that,
a
but
goal. They threw a beer and he picked it up and he drank it. I think it was Declan Rice.
nice.
Declan Rice? Yeah, the Irish guy. But yeah, Evan's got it right here. This is where hockey has it right. If you want to go, meet on the ice and drop the gloves if you really
Mm-hmm.
got it in you. That's where I think, like Rudiger, like imagine Rudiger and Traore going at it and then them pushing each other and the refs telling everybody else, back up, let them go
Let them
at
have
it.
at.
Once they hit the floor, we'll pick them up and we'll give out the cards.
Good Lord, that just would
If
be.
they would stop being bitches, they would stop pretending to be tough.
I don't want to think about Traore and Rudiger going at it. It just would just not be fun.
Well, guys, that begs the question: who would you all like to see on the Stoop Fight Club? We'll be back next week with more Stoop Fight Club. We won't have any matches to discuss. I think there's one match, but it's like Watford, Burnley. So yeah, we'll probably
Something
not.
like
But
that.
if you guys got people that you would like us to debate how their fight would go and who would win, just let us know. And I still think we need the Rudiger Ben Ireland one because Ben threatened him on Twitter and got kicked off of Twitter.
Oh wow, Jesus!
It's not the first time.
It never is.
Rafinha versus Ben White. Ooh, the Brazilian capoeira versus Ben White. Ben White is
psycho.
Stuff. I mean, yeah, he's more of a
I
lunatic.
think I think he's a lunatic crazy. He's
All
like
right,
one of
well,
those
maybe,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe next week we'll do Rafinha versus Ben White in the Fight Club.
Yeah, Ben White to me was be one of those guys where he's like, one of us is going to the hospital and the other one's going to jail. I don't know who, but that's what's going down here.
Either way, I'm fucking your mother tonight.
I don't know why I imagine Ben White having like this like five shots of whiskey a day voice or something, you know.
Because he's got all the tattoos, but then when you look at him, he's like super skinny.
Yeah.
So he just has that little crackhead kind of look to him. We got Rafinha versus Ben White, Thomas Frank versus David Moyes, Skeletor versus Thomas Frank always reminds me of the Joaquin Lowe, Yogi Lowe, the old coach from or Mr. Big from Sex and the City.
Oh, sure.
That's who he looks like. Ben Ireland versus the Yorkshire Police. Ben White sounds like he went to a posh school and was a prefect. So he's just pretending to be super tough. Actually,
wasn't that Bamford?
No, Bamford definitely was. Big Dunk versus Sean Dyche. Wow. Wow. Well, that's a good shout. All right, guys, we'll keep them coming. Keep them coming. That's it for tonight's show. You guys get to bed. We don't want to keep you up all night. All of the Stoop vampire crew.
The Stoops insomniacs.
Yeah. But Mark, that was a lot of fun talking about that with you.
Absolutely,
I'm sure these will grow, and we'll get more and more people getting in on it. We'll be back tomorrow with some more fun nonsense at 10 o'clock, and hope to see everybody there. Director John, thank you for all the work that you do. And Rangers won today in overtime, New York Rangers. So John is happy, just in case you guys all thought that. And look at Jimmy, 3 hours till the sun comes up.
And don't forget to buy that diet water. It pays the bills.
It does. I'm drinking it now. All right.
As am I.
Well, peace from Brooklyn, y'all. Much love, Stoop Crew.